Hello, dear students. How are you two all? I hope all of you feel good. Students, today I am going to teach you second chapter of our social science book, and the name of the chapter is The Land of Snow. Let us start our video, students. The regions around the poles are called polar region. Did you know, students? There are two poles, North Pole and South Pole. And the region around the North Pole are called polar region, and the region around the South Poles are called polar region. That means North Pole और South Pole के region को ही हम polar region कहते हैं. Around the North Pole is the Arctic Ocean. That means around the North Pole is the Arctic Ocean. North Pole के पास Arctic Ocean है. The ocean is surrounded by Asia, Europe and North America. Arctic Ocean is surrounded by Arctic Ocean surround है Asia, Europe and North America से. Around the South Pole is the continent of Antarctica. साउथ पोल के पास एंटार्क्टिका कॉन्टिनेंट है. नॉर्थ पोल के पास आर्टिक ओशन है एंड आर्टिक ओशन इज सराउंडेड बाय एशिया, यूरोप एंड नॉर्थ अमेरिका. Greenland. Let us talk about Greenland, beta. Greenland is the world's largest island and is situated near the North Pole. That means which is the largest island in the world? Greenland. Greenland is the largest island in the world and it is situated near the North Pole. ये North Pole की तरफ है. This country remains under snow and ice throughout the year. This country, which country? Greenland. Greenland remains under snow and ice throughout the year. The original inhabitants of Greenland are the Inuits. The original inhabitants, मूल निवासी of Greenland are known as Inuits. This picture shows Eric the Red. Eric the Red, the famous explorer, discoverer, spent 3 years exploring this island. He named it Greenland. Eric the Red, ये explorer है, famous explorer. He spent 3 years exploring this island. इस island पे 3 साल रहे. Then after he named it Greenland और आखिर में इन्होंने इसका नाम Greenland रखा. They call their country, that means they call their Greenland Kalalit Nunaat. Kalalit Nunaat के नाम से पुकारते हैं. And the Kalalit Nunaat, which means land of animal, land of peoples. Kalalit Nunaat means land of people, लोगों की जमीन. Now let us talk about the location of Greenland. Greenland is located toward the northeast of North America. Greenland is located toward the northeast of North America. North America के northeast में it is located in the Greenland. More than 2/3 of the island is located north of the Arctic Circle. More than 2/3 of the island is located north of the Arctic Circle. Arctic Circle का 2/3 part Greenland में है. The Baffin Bay and the Davis Strait separates Greenland. The Baffin Bay and Davis Strait separate Greenland. Greenland को Baffin Bay and Davis Strait separate करते हैं. Now let's talk about the fact wise. The US submarine. The US submarine USS Nautilus sailed under the Arctic ice sheet and reached the North Pole in 1958. एक submarine and the name of the submarine is USS Nautilus. It sailed under the Arctic sheet, ice sheet. आर्टिक के ऊपर, आर्टिक ओशन पे जो आइस शीट है उसके नीचे से तैरती हुई एंड इट रीच द नॉर्थ पोल इन 1958. 1958 में नॉर्थ पोल पहुंच गए. दिस प्रूव दैट द ह्यूज आइस शीट इन द आर्टिक इज एक्चुअली फ्लोटिंग ऑन वाटर. दिस प्रूव्ड, इससे ये प्रूव हो गया कि ह्यूज आइस शीट इट इज इन द आर्टिक इज एक्चुअली फ्लोटिंग ऑन वाटर. ये जो आइस शीट है आर्टिक ओशन के ऊपर, इट इज फ्लोटिंग ऑन वाटर. From the northern island of Canada, Greenland is a part of Denmark. Greenland is the part of a Denmark. Now let us talk about the land. Greenland covers an area of about 21.5 lakh square kilometer. That means Greenland ने cover कर रखा एरिया about 21.5 lakh square kilometer. The island looks white as about 80% of the island is permanently under snow and ice. The island looks white. ये island कैसा है? White. As about 80% of the land is permanently under snow and ice. इधर की जो धरती है 80% स्नो से कवर्ड है. The average thickness of ice sheet is about 1500 meter. Average thickness of ice sheet is 1500 meter. The lower layer of this ice sheet may have existed since the last ice age. The average thickness of ice sheet is about 1500 meter. 1500 meter है. The lower layer of this ice sheet may have existed since लास्ट आइस एज. ये जो आइस शीट है लोअर लेयर वाली एक्सिस्ट होती है आइस एज से. ह्यूज पीसेस ऑफ आइस ऑफन ब्रेक अवे फ्रॉम द आइस शीट एंड स्लाइड डाउन इनटू द सी. ह्यूज पीसेस ऑफ आइस, आइस का बहुत बड़े बड़े पीस हो जाते हैं. ऑफन ब्रेक अवे फ्रॉम द आइस शीट, आइस शीट से टूट कर बिखरते हैं. एंड स्लाइड डाउन इनटू द सी, और सी में तैरने लग देते हैं. These are called icebergs. Huge pieces of ice often break away from the ice sheet and slide down into the sea. These are known as iceberg. These blocks of ice look like huge frozen. ये जो आइस के ब्लॉक्स बन जाते हैं दूर से बहुत बड़े बड़े फ्रोजन जैसे दिखते हैं. माउंटेन फ्लोटिंग इन द सी, ऐसा लगता है माउंटेन सी में फ्लोट हो गया है, पहाड़, बर्फ का पहाड़ दिखता है. दीज आर ऑफन नॉट विजिबल टू थिक फॉग. दीज आर ऑफन नॉट विजिबल ड्यू टू थिक फॉग. फॉग के कारण ये विजिबल नहीं होता. आइसबर्ग्स आर वेरी डेंजरस फॉर शिप्स दैट सेल थ्रू दिस रीजन. आइसबर्ग्स आर वेरी डेंजरस. आइसबर्ग्स बहुत डेंजरस होते हैं फॉर शिप्स that sail through this region. जब इस रीजन से शिप आ रही है that time iceberg are very dangerous for ships. Now let us talk about climate. Climate of Greenland. Greenland has an Arctic type of climate. Greenland का climate, it has an Arctic type of climate. The winters are long and cold. Winters कैसे हैं? Long and cold. The sun does not rise for several weeks. यहाँ पर सूरज, sun does not rise for several weeks तक sun rise नहीं होता. The temperature drops below the freezing point and it snow heavily. Extremely cold and chilly winds blow here. The temperature drops below freezing point. और temperature कैसा हो जाता है? below में चला जाता है 0 डिग्री. And it snow heavily, और snowfall होता है. Extremely cold and chilly winds blow here in the Greenland. Greenland में बहुत ही ठंडी ठंडी chilly winds blow होती हैं. Now huskies are used to pull sledges. Huskies, wolf-like dog, is known as huskies and it is used to pull sledges. Sledges के लिए काम आता है. Now let us talk about climate. Greenland has an Arctic type of climate. Greenland का climate Arctic type है. The winters are long and cold. Winters are long and cold. The sun does not rise for several weeks in Greenland. The sun does not rise for several weeks. The temperature drops below the freezing point and it snows heavily in Greenland. Extremely cold and chilly winds blow in the Greenland. Summers are very short and cool. Summers बहुत short and cool होते हैं. The weather is bright and sunny, especially in the coastal area. Coastal area का weather, it is very bright and sunny, even though there is continuous sunlight for several weeks. गर्मी के टाइम यहाँ पर continuous sunlight होती है for several weeks, बहुत several weeks, कई हफ्ते तक. It is still very cold. सूरज चमकता तो है बट still it is cold. ठंड तो होती ही है. Now let us talk about vegetation. Seeds germinates and plants grow in the summer season. Seeds germinate and plants grow in the summer season. Summer season में plants grow हो जाते हैं, seeds germinate हो जाते हैं, seeds में से अंकुर निकलने लग जाते हैं. The only plants that grow here are mosses, lichen, grasses and bushes. Some flowers bloom in the spring season. Only the plant that grow here are, यहाँ सिर्फ कुछ ही plants grow होते हैं, like mosses, lichens, grasses and bushes. Some flowers blooms in spring season. कुछ flowers spring season में bloom होते हैं. Seeds germinate and plants grow in the summer season in Greenland. The only plants that grow here are mosses, lichens, grasses and bushes. Some flowers bloom in spring season. कुछ flowers spring season में bloom होते हैं. Both summer and spring are very short in Greenland. That means both seasons, summer season and spring season, are very short in Greenland. There are no forest in Greenland. Greenland में कोई forest नहीं है. No crops can grow here due to the cold climate. No crops can grow here. यहाँ पर कोई भी crops grow नहीं कर सकते. Why it is so? Due to the cold climate. Cold climate की वजह से यहाँ पे कोई भी crops grow नहीं कर सकते. Both the seasons, summer season and spring season, very short in Greenland. There are no forest here. यहाँ कोई forest नहीं है. No crops can grow here because due to the cold climate. It is the wildlife of Greenland. Musk ox, seal, whale, polar bear and white-tailed eagle. These are the wildlife of Greenland. Now let us talk about wildlife. Only animals with thick furry coats or those which can withstand extreme cold can survive in Greenland. Only animals with thick furry coats, वो animals जिनके बाल thick होते हैं, furry होते हैं, or those which can withstand extremely cold can survive in Greenland. और वो जानवर जो बहुत ठंड में खड़े रहते हैं, that animals can survive in the Greenland. सिर्फ वो ही animals Greenland में survive कर सकते हैं. Wolf-like dogs called huskies. Here so many dogs are there. Wolf-like dogs, wolf की तरह दिखने वाले dogs, that are known as huskies, and huskies are used for hunting and for pulling sledges. Huskies use करते हैं hunting, शिकार के लिए, and for pulling sledges. स्लेज को पुल करने के लिए भी huskies यूज करते हैं. Wolf-like dog are called huskies, and the use of huskies are used for hunting and for pulling sledge. So students, in this video it is enough to you. Meet you in the next video. Good day.